I'm here today because the voice of the classroom teacher needs to be heard in the American public school system. We're hearing a lot of information on the news these days about how bad public schools are, but they need to know that public schools are what the great equalizer is here in America, and we need to preserve and build up our public schools.
As I've traveled New York State, I have seen just wonderful teachers, incredible programs, super opportunities for our students. However, in public education, we really do not know who is going to be in our classroom. We cannot put any kind of limits on who they are or when they come. They come as they are, and we accept them, and we want them to be like that. However, we need help, we need support, we need culture in our society to value education and to communicate that to our youth.
If we have the proper supports, the proper funding for our supplies, teachers know how to fix things. We have to have someone listening to our voice and our suggestions.
When I give you an impression of something that's going on in public education, at least relevant to my experience, it's going to be much more accurate than anybody who simply collates the experience of others. If teachers are not involved in the discussion, accurate information will not be not only available, it's not even possible to obtain.
If your child is sick, the first place you go is to a hospital or to a doctor to have him diagnose the problem and to help fix your child. If your car breaks down, you go to a garage to have your car fixed. Well, right now we have some problems with public education. We need to go to teachers, teacher leaders, to help be part of this solution and to help set things straight.
I would love to see us all come together, not to blame, not to point fingers, but rather to really work together for our children. They look to us, not just teachers, but to all of us to model the importance of education. And without that, why would they want to learn? Why would they want to be in school? They look to the adults in their lives to set that agenda.
We can't finger point. We have to work together. Our children need us to be the adults. Our children need us to be the professionals, to work together for what's best for our children, and our nation needs that.
And good afternoon and welcome to our Teacher Town Hall. What we're about to do is a first, as far as we know, 2 hours on national television to talk with teachers about teaching, about their business, about their calling.
I was very lucky in that I went to a wonderful teacher training program. I got to student teach, I was observed. So I had a pretty good idea of what I was doing when I started in the classroom. But what I've seen in working with my colleagues as a coach these past few years is we have teachers who want to be wonderful teachers. They love their kids, but they don't quite know how to do it. I said on stage, when I was a student teacher, I had over 50 hours of observation. It takes a New York City public school teacher 6 years to get that amount of observation. I think the solution to helping teachers goes with teacher preparation and what we're doing with teachers in their first few years.
Connie Breeze teaches 12th grade and honors English.
This is groundbreaking. I don't think people really understood what we're doing inside our school buildings, and today we were allowed to be the voice.
I do feel like teaching is a calling, and
teachers can be a part of the solution. However, I think parents, community partnerships, politicians, and all stakeholders need to be involved in sitting at the table and working out a game plan as to how to approach public education woes in this 21st century.
The solution is to take America's best teachers, take them and bring them to the table, have them have a say, to sit with policymakers and say, this is what's going to happen if you implement this policy.
I really enjoyed being able to participate, give some positive, constructive feedback. Classroom teachers are competing with talk show hosts, with documentaries, and really people that are in the classrooms, people that are working every day, really need to tell their story.
The fact that NBC put this in as part of Education Nation, the fact that Brian Williams wanted to do this was very important. It creates some respect that is long missing from the way policymakers view educators. The teachers in America are passionate, concerned folk who want to educate children, but they need to be supported, as so many of them said.
We are in a classroom to educate our students, and we don't have the right to pick and choose who will be sitting in our classroom. We must educate every child that walks into our room. There is no self-selecting process that I only want the nice kids who sit in my room.
They need the tools and conditions to do their jobs. They want to have parental engagement. They want students to be engaged. They want to make sure there's a real evaluation system that treats them fairly. They want to be able to differentiate instruction. They want to be able to be great classroom managers. That's who the teachers of America are, and I was incredibly proud of them today, incredibly proud of the debate that they had with and amongst each other about tenure, about the need for protection, about the need to have the tools to help kids. But I was most impressed about their passion for students. That is who we are. We want kids to learn.